You know, every single great company out there started with just a brilliant idea. But here's the thing, ideas are everywhere. They're kind of cheap, right? The real challenge, the hard part, is turning that little spark into a real, sustainable business. So today, we're going to break down a framework that helps you do exactly that. So, let's start with the big question. What actually separates a great idea from a great business? This is the question that trips up so many entrepreneurs. I mean, that jump from just a concept in your head to a real-world company, it's huge. And honestly, that's where a lot of really promising ideas just fall apart. And that brings us to a hard truth. An idea by itself just isn't enough, not even close. Think of it as just the starting line of a marathon. The real work is navigating that super complex path from concept to company. And for that, you're going to need a whole lot more than just a good idea. But hey, don't let that complexity scare you off. It's not a dead end. The key is to shift your mindset, to go from just thinking about your idea to strategically building it. And to do that, you need a solid framework. You need a roadmap to guide you through the chaos. And here it is. This is the framework we're talking about. It's built on three really simple but incredibly powerful pillars: analyze, strategize, and realize. So let's dive in and break down what each one of these actually means for turning your vision into a real, living business. Okay, let's kick things off with the first pillar: analyze. Now, I want you to think of this as the absolute foundation of your entire business. It's all about laying the proper groundwork before you even think about building anything. So, what does analyze really mean? Well, to put it simply, this is your reality check. This is the phase where you have to ask all the tough questions right up front to make sure your vision is even viable. I'm telling you, getting this part right can literally make or break your future success. It's all about looking before you leap. So, what does this actually look like in practice? It means you have to be brutally honest with yourself. For instance, when you're looking at competition, don't just make a list of your rivals. No, you need to dig deep and analyze their weaknesses. And what about regulations? Are there some licenses you need that could take months or even years to get? And when it comes to the financials, you got to go way beyond just startup costs. What's your monthly burn rate? How much runway do you actually have? Getting these answers now is what's going to save you from a huge failure later on. Okay, so once you've done all that deep analysis, you've got all this incredible intelligence, and that's exactly what you need for our second pillar: strategize. This is where you take all that data and build your plan of attack. Now, a strategy isn't some fancy business plan that you write once and then let it collect dust on a shelf. No way. It's your compass. It's your North Star. It's all about making deliberate, informed decisions that give your business a clear path forward. And, this is a big one, it helps you save a ton of time and money by avoiding all those common mistakes. Let's look at a perfect example of a key strategic choice: your business structure. For instance, you've got to decide, are you going to incorporate federally or provincially? A federal incorporation protects your business name all across the country, which is absolutely crucial if you've got big plans to expand. On the other hand, a provincial one is usually faster and cheaper, which might be the smarter move for, say, a local service business. Making the wrong call here, well, that could mean a super costly reincorporation later on, or even losing your brand name in another province. Ouch. And a really solid strategy goes even deeper. I mean, yeah, it covers the nuts and bolts, like getting your CRA account set up, but it also defines your brand. Like, what do you really stand for? What's your story? And maybe most critically, it maps out your client acquisition strategy. How are you actually going to get customers? Are you using social media ads, content marketing? A clear plan here is the difference between just hoping for customers and building a system that actually gets them. All right, now we get to the really exciting part. This is where everything you've analyzed and strategized, it all starts to become real, tangible. This is the moment your business is actually born. This third pillar, realize, is all about one thing: execution. It's the process of taking all those carefully laid plans and finally turning them into a living, breathing company. And with the right guidance, this is where you make sure every single step is done correctly and efficiently. So, what does this execution phase look like? Think of it like a final checklist for launch. It's filing all your legal paperwork correctly so you don't run into headaches down the road. It's launching a website that doesn't just look pretty, but actually converts visitors into customers. It's claiming your Google business profile so local customers can find you. It's all about putting all those final pieces in place so you're ready to hit the ground running from day one. So, here's the really crucial point. These three pillars, analyze, strategize, and realize, they don't just exist on their own, in isolation. They all weave together. They combine into one single, seamless process that's designed to support your vision for the long haul.
And you know what? It really is that simple. 3 steps. This whole framework gives you the structure you need to move beyond just starting a business and into the world of building a truly sustainable enterprise, something that can really, truly last.
And this quote right here, it just brilliantly sums up the ultimate goal. See, the focus isn't just on that launch day party. No, it's on creating a durable, successful company that's still thriving years and years from now. That's the real finish line. So if you're interested in learning a bit more about how this framework gets applied in the real world, the team at MRZ Canada Inc. actually specializes in this entire process. Here's all their info if you want to find them. So we'll leave you with this one final thought. Take a good, hard look at your own idea, at your own vision, and just ask yourself, is it ready? Are you ready to move beyond just the idea phase and start building something that's truly, genuinely built to last?